Hello, fam. It is so good to be back and talking about tarot. I'm doing something a little different today. It's the same spreads, but I'm just gonna it's personal. It's more for my tarot class, but I think I might share it on YouTube because it's really enlightening for me, and I hope it helps other people see how tarot can help you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with these cards on the bottom here. They were from about 3 days ago. I did a reading. I did my where you are here, what to do now, and what's coming later reading for myself, new reading that I'm debuting on my site. For a limited time, I got free readings on my site, so I can really start getting into this. I'm just gonna see what happens. So go check it out, and maybe you'll get in on one of the times I have free readings available for my Here Now Later spread. But let's get into it. So again, I'll just start it. I have my Here Now Later spread that I was doing, and earlier this week, and it was clear to me, I thought, when I finished the spread, what I needed to do and where I was and everything. But as it went on, I needed more information on this. As you know, the days went on. About 2 days later, I pulled this spread here, which was yesterday. So but I wanted to put it all together into one video and maybe help you see how this works a little bit better. But yeah, so I wasn't clear on this balance. This 7 of Wands, I was told to balance my 7 of Wands in the clearest and in the clearest way to me, possibly. I was told to balance my spiritual entity. Your 7 of Wands is what how you feel spiritually, and being able to defend that. Sometimes it could be too defensive about what you believe in, but basically it's saying fuck it. That's what he's doing here. Bring all the wands you got, because I'm ready to defend who I am. I know who I am. I know what I want to do. I know and you can't stop me from this. So that's that type of energy. And I was like, okay, I felt like I'm kind of doing that. So that's when I got confused about it a little bit. So overall, this spread talked about where I am here. These were the cards that were given to me. Temperance and Guardian Angel. Guardian Angel talks about here, I have a reminder that help and support is available to you. This says, independent soul, your angel wants to hear from you more. Have an informal conversation with your angel. Speak openly and heartfelt. The angels are with you. And to and my clarifier on that was an angel. A freaking angel showed up, So I'm pretty good. Yeah, the angels are with me. The angels are near. I do see my blessings. I am counting my blessings. That's, what I was feeling. So yeah, I am here. So what to do now? Well, they told me in no uncertain terms what to do now is to celebrate. This is the 6 of Wands. This is the card of recognition, of a time to celebrate yourself, because you're being recognized. You're being recognized for what you believe in, for what you want to do with your life, maybe for your career, for something that drives your soul. You're being recognized for that. And the angels are recognizing you. The people around you are recognizing you. And it's coming from your soul. That's what wands talk about. So I was told that's what to do now. I had information from my ancestors that gave me affirmations on what to do with that. I might just put this reading up here because I really want to get to this one, and then you can kind of see both of those together. I might do it that way. But yeah, I had Oshun come in and say, fearless love. Show people what you love. Show them how you love. Show them who you are. I had the goddess come in and tell me that from my ancestral line. And then Mami Wata, how beautifully synchronistic it is that we are dealing with all this horrible mermaid energy, with people hating on a black mermaid, and a mermaid comes into my thing and says, be naked. This is what this card says, be naked, baby. Go out there and show them everything you got. It's okay to be vulnerable, because that's where you find your strength. If you don't care about what people think about you, when you're at your most vulnerable, then you strong than a mug, you know. So I had them come in and celebrate that, you know. So celebrate everything you've learned, that fearless love that you have. So I was like, I was pumped, I was ready to go. And then I got over here and we got to talk about balance. Balance your 6 of 1. What's coming later? That was this position. What's coming later? Balance your spiritual, that spiritual fire that you have inside you that says, I am who I am. The I am that I am. Balance that inside you. And I have some, I just got great information on the statement I am that I am. It's just all coming in, lining up together. But yeah, so, but as the day went on, you think about it a little more, and another day went on. I said, I don't really know how to balance this 7 of Wands. I don't really know what's out of whack. I don't know how I'm not doing it. Sometimes it comes down to that. So I asked for a little bit more clarity, and I said, I'm just going to do a Celtic cross, and because it gives you more of an in-depth, like, how'd you get there, where you coming from, so on and so forth. So I said I'll go a little deeper on that, and I'm gonna tell you, my spirit family came in so hard on that. Tell you how it came in real quick. They told me, put the cards out, shuffle them out, make them upside down, do whatever you do, because usually I shuffle them, but they're mostly up in one direction. I don't, once I cleanse them or whatever, I reset them. They're mostly that, but I shuffle them for a while to get them all mixed up. But I wanted them really mixed up, so I went in and did that, and as I was told, and I got the cards together, and I was like, roll the dice, whatever it is. That's what I love about my Scorpio energy. We ain't afraid for you to say, what is the truth? Okay, I'm not afraid to know it. So roll the dice and tell me what the fuck, so I can move on and get out of this energy. And that's what I love about being Scorpio so much. But it got to this Celtic cross spread, and I laid my cards out, and went through it. I got a video on this spread. I went through it and did it. But as I was going through the video and looking back through it, I could see it didn't even click to me that the 7 of Wands is here again. My spirit family came in they said it's upside down in my outcome. So it's out of balance. This 7 of Wands, same card, different deck. You can't, let me see, let me put it like this. Yeah, pull it up some. It's the same card. It's just that one deck kind of gives you like the keywords on it and stuff. And this deck is, this is like a practice deck. This is like the deck, So, but yeah, and it's so crazy. This is my outcome. So they showed me in no uncertain terms, let me show you how to balance this 7 of Wands. And that's what we're going to talk about, and how tarot can help you with what to balance. That's my garage door. If you heard that. Anyway, I got the window open. I'm vibing in here. I'm sitting with my ancestors. I'm good. So I'm going to just keep going. Anyway, started out. First position in the Celtic cross is right here. It's right here. And, oh my God. I'm going to try to put pictures up too of the different readings that I've been taking for this week. Because 2 readings ago, I got this card in the as a clarifier on my future position. So I did a reading. Sort of a past, present, future type reading. This card was in my future as a clarifier on the 2 of Cups. So all that, I had to come back and all that kind of downloaded. They started bringing everything in. Let me show you how this plays out so you can share, And so that's where I'm at now. So the 2 of Swords came in, and a few readings ago, and was telling me, it's been a lot of delays, a lot of indecisions, things like that. That's what this energy is about. If it's upright, you're kind of in that stalemate energy where you're not really making a decision, but it's probably because you're just getting some downloads. You're really trying to make a decision. Here, it's like it's like, if it's upside down, it's like you don't have to worry about it. Pretty much, you're gonna be seeing the truth. That's why while you in that indecision mode, it's because you need to see the truth coming out on something else. So you're pretty much toward moving out of that indecision, because you're gonna see the truth. is what this talks about in this position. So yeah, I was, and it also bringing in, for me in that position, it was me. It was somebody coming in to help me see the truth in something else. And I got that, and that was pretty good on that. So, but it said it was coming in my future position. So here I am with the Two of Swords in the future position right now. I mean, this is where I am right now. This is where I was 2 weeks ago. Well, this told me what was coming 2 weeks ago, but this is where I am right now. And so, sitting right there in that energy, like it said, it's the Two of the sitting, kind of like delays. I don't know what's going on, exactly what's working in the background. Okay, so the energy that's coming in, that's crossing me for good or bad, the second position is a healing. And I said this in my other video, it felt like a spiritual healing was really coming, you know, on this Two of Swords, on all these delays, on all these, you know, not being able to make the right choice, not having very much clarity on stuff. That was coming, you know. And that's what they said. You're in that energy now. Now you're in that energy. You're ready for that healing. And what got you here? This position right here, this is the past. This is like 6 months ago or out to like years ago, you know. So this is the past position. It was your spiritual, you asking for a spiritual awakening. That's what this card talks about, the Ace of Wands. You know, it's a new awareness or a new beginning in your spiritual realm. And you asked for that. I asked for that 2-3 years ago. So here I am. So they're just letting us know, yeah. And what's so nice about this card, this being a 1, you know, being connected to the angels. This is the spirit world giving you a new, but this is the angels giving you. It's right here, sitting with my 2 angels. They say, you asked for this, we gave it to you. There it is right there, you know. So that's the past from like 6 months ago or whatever. But the recent past up to the recent past from like maybe 6 months from yesterday or today to prior up to 6 months. That's the recent past position. It's saying, okay, and it makes perfect sense. If you're in the Two of Swords upside down, then it's probably because you don't have very much clarity or vision right now. So that's what's been going on. I hadn't been able to see how to put my readings together with my business together, you know, exactly where it would click a little smoothly with all the things that I need to do. Also outside of that, to just being a business owner altogether, you know, and with something that really sets your soul on fire, you want to make sure that you're being genuine, you're being honest. This is part of me. This is the best of me that I'm giving to the world. So if I had if my Two of Swords was out of whack, then of course my Ace of Swords, you know, and this, which talks about either not having ideas, you know, if it's up top, you got plenty of ideas coming, but if it's upside down, you don't have many ideas, you know, or you may not have the intellectual ability, you may not have grown enough intellectually to see the ideas or whatever, and a lot of times this card could mean hostility and failure and stuff, because if you can't see, you become hostile and you start blaming, you know, just things like, it goes really deep. But on the surface, recent past, not really being able to see, have the ideas to see how to merge all that I want to do, you know. So that hit right there, and this recent past position always does so for me, or usually does for me. I love that. I make a big connection there with my clients and with myself on the recent past, because you can remember it usually pretty good. 6 months from now, yeah, I know I asked for it. You know, I may have asked again and again, might have asked 6 months ago specifically. But here, you know, about 30 days ago, it came in somewhere in here. So that's good. That was clarifying for me. See, I got a little more information on why this 7 of Wands was out of whack, you know. So, but now let's go into the mental space. This is my recent past. The next position is the mental space. This is what's going on in my head. It could also be what's on the horizon, because what you think about, you know, can happen if you put your thought, power, intuition, all of your, and you're doing it in the physical realm. It can come. So it could be what's on the horizon. But this is the 8 of Cups. And when I did the reading on this, the first thing that popped out were these 3 cups here. You know, they just popped out. 3 being one of my numbers that I always look out for. 3 being my life path number. Just 3 resonates with me so much, you know, and so does the solar plexus chakra, which resonates with Scorpios a lot. So, but this card talks about, you know, moving on, walking away from something. This man has 8 cups. He came from 7 cups where he didn't exactly know what those cups were or what was in all of them, some good, some bad, to 8 cups. That means he went through all 7 of those cups, got another cup, and still wasn't satisfied. So he said, fuck all these cups. I'm going to go make my own cups. I'm going to put in my cups what I want in my cups. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. There are people that you can follow and things that you can do. But what it comes down to is you looking in your soul and doing what your soul path. You doing your own soul walk. And that's what I see. I see him walking away from this saying, I'm going to do my own soul walk. And because that's what I feel. So that hit in, that is in my mind, walking away, moving away. This card was also in the reading with, in the same way. It was reversed in the reading that was in this card, in the same one, two readings ago. And it was, you know, in a position where I was now. I was there. I was Buckingham Virginia. They're letting me know you're still in that energy. And it's coming up in the future, so I'm gonna be in this energy for a while where I'm challenging traditions. You know, that's what this is. The Hierophant is a very traditional card. In old tarot, he was the Pope. You know, it was like rigid. It talks about, you pull this card and someone's thinking about romance and love. It's probably marriage coming in the next, real soon. You know, if it was in this position. So, but it was in the reverse for me. And that talks about challenging tradition. I don't want to go with what I have been traditionally taught, and it's going to be more opportunities coming up in the future for me to do just that. And I know it will be, because I'm doing a root chakra / ancestral workshop next month. I'm going to try it. I'm going to see what happens. My ancestors told me, you're going to have to create the world you want to see. If you want to see in this area, it's not like people not here that like me or that think like I do or that are interested in the things that I do, but we're scattered. We're scattered. So, and then this area has been so suppressed in tradition and history and taught to suppress their powers and be afraid of things like this. So I have to put the call out. I have to say, hey, I can show you what I know. Together we can figure the shit out. You get up where I'm at, then you can show me some more. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's the way learning and growing and tradition and family and villages work. Calling for my tribe, they're saying you're gonna get to your tribe through a non-traditional means right there. So, and I'm okay with that. So here we go. That's the future. That's what's coming up in the future position. This position is how I see the situation. This is called the, I forget, it's the arrow of something. I'll try to look it up and put it across the screen or something. But it's really like the straight direction you need to go, or you're going to be going. And it kind of gives you some insightful information. This is sort of like, you know, how it's been. This is like, now let's get into it. So this gave me the clarity I needed on this 7 of Cups. This 7 of Wands. This gave me the clarity that I needed. Why is my 7 of Wands out of whack? Because I am not seeing these opportunities, the things I could sit here and probably name you 6 or 7 wands, probably more than that, of opportunities and things that I just had in this past month of September. I was told to slow down on my workshop because September's not it. You need some more stuff. A lot of stuff's coming in September and October. Actually, you know, I'm still pushing it with October, but I think I can do it. We'll see. But I was told to slow down in no uncertain terms on that. And when I did, I guess I got a little sad about that. So that's what this card talks about. It's sadness. So I'm seeing more. the sadness in the situation that I had to kind of postpone what I needed to do, instead of seeing all these other blessings, all these other fucking cups right here that you've tried out, even if you got the chance to try them out, you know. So and I see that now. I see that now. That's what this brings me. That's how you keep your vibration high. I see where I was fucking up. You know, I'm not seeing the blessings as true blessings. And even in my everyday, when they come in, I say, because you're kind of in that energy where you don't want to test it too much, you know, and that's that scary shit. They're telling me, stop being scary with that, you know, test it, run it, run that shit. That's what Scorpios do. We run it. We don't just talk it, we run it. So, and that's where I was. You didn't, you know, you're, so when a blessing comes in, you're like, oh, thank you, you know, not really like, you know, thank you, you know, or whatever, because it's lining up. It's so many synchronicities. It's bam, bam, bam. Get on that celebratory level so you can keep those synchronicities coming in and that energy high. And that's what my spirit family told me. They said, because right here, the energy around you is the ending of that horrible, horrible cycle where you'll get your healing. That's what this card talk about. This is the energy around me right here. This is the 8th position, the world. That's the ending of a cycle. It's over. You went through all the cycles you needed to complete this, whatever you needed to complete for healing, and you have finished it. And they're telling me that that's the energy around you. And look at what number that card is. 21, number 3. 2 and 1 is 3. It's a number 3, you know. And so I resonate again and like, pay attention to this card, you know. It's my root chakra. Look at there. And I'm talking about doing a root chakra workshop. It ends with my workshop. You know, you see what I'm saying? I'm almost about to cry about that shit because it comes in so hard. You know, I'm channeling again right now. You know, I'm trying. I got my fire. Y'all can't really see, but this right here is my chakra lady and stuff. And a lot of times fire helps you channel, or water and stuff like that. So I'm kind of getting this like firsthand a little bit, a little raw, you know, but they're saying that's your ending. You have tried. You tried to put it out there. You tried to do what you need to do. So then you'll go to your next one and you'll try something else, you know, and I'm totally okay with that. You know, I wasn't when I first pulled all of this, and that's why it came. But when this clarity came to me, when this Ace of Cups, when they told me you're not seeing all the blessings that you have, you know, you're not seeing it, and or you're not relishing in it enough to keep your vibration high enough. And that's that spiritual struggle. That's that spiritual struggle that you need to balance, you know. So here, as the world, it's coming in. The world also talks about, you know, success and achievement because you finished it, you've completed it, you know. So that's the core of that card there. But here, look at here. And this is the 9th position. They gave me more clarity here. They gave me more clarity here, told me where I was. They told me how I see it. They told me the energy that was around me. And now they're going to tell me what I'm hoping and what I'm fearing. Where's that stuck energy? What's stuck right now? What shadow work might help with? I use this 9th position as a good shadow work position. So right here is my King of Swords. Okay. Perfect sense. All this, I'm all mental. You see, I have 4 swords in this reading. Out of all the cards, it's 4 swords. So my King of Swords is out of whack, is what they're saying. And of course it is. If I'm stuck in this indecision, all this right here, you know, waiting on the truth on something, please remember, this card always means you're usually means you're stuck, but yeah, you're waiting on the truth, which means you're about to get out soon. If you ask for it, the truth will come on through. So anyway, but yeah, so of course, if this is out of whack, yeah, then, you know, my king is not there. The masculine part of me, the kings are the getters, are the doers. You know what I'm saying? The queen is the thinker. The king is the doer. So of course it's out of whack too. But that brings in like what I got with this card was that not being able, I'm trying to remember it now because I kind of dropped out of channeling a little bit when I came. I guess when I realized I kind of dropped out a little bit, but so now I'm trying to remember it, but I can't really, so I'll just keep going on with what I feel now for it, to try to build up my energy and make sure I'm Grounded. Oh my goodness. I am sitting in such good energy right now sharing this, but let me just try it. Just, and that's another thing. This king of energy, this king of swords upside down, you know, this is a selfish person. This is kind of like, you know, mostly they overcautious. That's what I'm looking for. That was the meaning that I got from this. Overcautious. I'm always like, yeah, should I do? Should I say? Should I? Yeah. Will I offend? This is that and the third. You know, blah blah blah, fucking blah. At this point, I need to put this king in his check. I need my vision, my ace of swords, my clarity. This is what that is, clarity. I need that in check, which means I need to put this king right. That's my shadow work. That's where I'm at. That's what I'll be working on. I could have just as well gotten this card as my card of the week as much as this card, because now this card has been explained to me and they're saying, go ahead on and start working on this right now. So I'm going into that. This was my outcome. You see here in the outcome in this, I had the Seven of Wands upright, but with the card balance. I mean, with, yeah, telling me to balance it. So they're telling me, this is why you're not seeing it. You're not seeing the blessings, and your king is out of, and your vision, rather. I need to stop saying king is your vision. He's how you get the shit done. You put it all together in your mind when your king is on point. And then all you got to do is put that shit into work, because it's already birthed in your mind. At the King of Swords stage, it has already been birthed in your mind. So that's what they're saying. Birth that shit in your mind, and then flip your outcome. Flip your outcome, because as I'm going right now, if I don't balance this same fucking card, it's the same card. If I don't balance it, this card, unbalanced, is folding on your beliefs. This is fighting for your beliefs. This is folding on them. This is all of those swords getting, all of those wands. I keep saying swords. This is all of those wands getting through there and folding on. It's giving up, admitting defeat. And I can't do it. I can't do it. That's why it was so into me to say, I don't know exactly what you mean by balance here. Let me go a little deeper. Well, now I know. I know exactly what I need, why it's that way, and what I need to do. But even if I wanted to pull clarity on these cards, in my last reading, I said if I were going to pull clarity, I would pull on this, what did I say? This one, and I can't remember wait, where's this one? Yeah, I think it was this one, and this one. Yes, it was. Because it was the future position. It was the outcome, the future position, and how I see it. I would pull on those cards if I needed more clarity in this right here. But I didn't have to, because they did. What was under the deck was the death card under here. The underlying energy, it gave me what I needed until the cards turned right again. I have to explain that to you a little bit differently, but let me just get out into it. The death card says you're not changing. If it's in the reverse, it says you're not changing. You're not doing this. This is my card. This is my number. Number 13 is also another number that sets my soul on fire. It works with your heart chakra, you know. So, but upside down, it says you're not changing. You're not moving forward. You can't. There you go. Your Two of Wands out of you being so innocent, you can't move forward. Okay, you can't move forward. Why? Let me give you some more information. Why? Because your Queen of Wands is also out of whack. And damn it, if on my last reading, the Queen of Wands out of whack wasn't in this position right here. Letting me know. Yes, you ain't seeing it right. You understand what I'm saying to you? There was this. So, but that's where it was. And so in the way that I'm learning to read reversals, you pull and pull until the reversal stops at the back of the deck. And it stopped on the Magician right there. But then I went too deep. I went too deeper until the next card, which was reversed, just to give me a little bit more on the story. So that's what it is. You're not changing. The overall energy of this spread is saying you're not changing. You're not changing, and that's going to result in failure. Why? Because your passion's not there. The Queen of Wands talks about upright, talks about having a good business sense. you know, confidence and foresight. But upside down, she all caught up in her desires and can't really see business stuff for the things that she just wanting, you know, not really trying too hard. And that's not it. So they were like, you the magician, flip that shit. Flip this right here. It's flipped. They're saying flip it back over because that's what the magician does. He fucking flips shit. I'm sorry, I'm just getting real excited, you know. And that was my thing. I could have stopped there. I was very clear on that, you know what I'm saying? Because each one of these cards right here, this card, the Queen of Wands being out of whack, that's your passion, that's your desire. All of these right here could have said that, you know. Or I think I had them here. I don't know. But they all could have clarified that. They really all could have been my clarifiers on these cards, you know. So, but anyway, I went a little bit further. And they were saying, if you flip it, if you go ahead on and flip it, let me tell you what's going to happen. All these wands and swords, that's what I'm working with right now. What I want and what my soul desires and what I see, how I see to do it without, you know, me getting in my soul's way. So, but if you do, there's a celebration coming. You're going to run into that shit. You're going to run right into celebration. That's what this knight is charging. The Knight of Wands charges into whatever the fuck he wants. And that's where he's going to charge into that party and say, hey, Wand brothers and sisters, I've been traveling a long time. I'm so glad to see y'all. And you know what them Wand brothers and sisters going to do? Say, we've been waiting for you. We didn't know you was coming, but we're so glad you're here. That's the type of shit I'm rocking in. That's what I'm talking about. I'm looking for my soul family. And my family is going to help me get to my soul family here in this realm. My soul family in the next realm will help me get to the one here. Because, you know, I'm so happy to be able to do this for myself and not be afraid and not be, you know, so cautious, so fucking cautious that I can't move, you know. There's movement in my mind. He's walking away. There's movement in my mind. And it's a seed in my mind. And that means I'm moving. I hope I find my family and y'all come with me. And y'all welcome me with celebration, you know. So, yeah, that's going to be it. I'm going to leave it here. That's how tarot can help your life. This is my personal reading. This is how it came out for this week. I will be working with the energy of the Seven of Wands in reverse and the energy of the King of Swords in reverse. I will be using the Magician right here, the power of one, to flip that shit. See you next time. Bye.